Welcome to the Deep Dives. Ready to trade in our detective hats for something a little more, well, sparkly?
I'm definitely up for a little glamour. Though knowing this show, I have a feeling we'll uncover some deeper meanings along the way.
You know me too well. We're diving deep into the world of Bollywood this time, specifically the Harper's Bazaar Women of the Year Awards in Mumbai.
And we've got a stack of articles all in another language, so for anyone who doesn't speak fluent, well, we'll spare you the technical terms. We're here to break it all down.
Exactly. And this isn't just about who wore what, though there were some incredible fashion moments. We'll get to that. This is about a group of women really pushing boundaries and redefining what success looks like.
It was a night of celebrating achievements, absolutely, but it also felt like a glimpse into how these larger conversations about women's roles in Indian society are evolving.
Couldn't have said it better myself. So where do we even begin? I guess the name on everyone's lips that night, even days later from what I'm seeing, was Isha Ambani.
Hard to miss her. But seriously, she's kind of royalty in the business world, daughter of Mukesh Ambani. And she received the Icon of the Year award, which, okay, not surprising.
Yeah, when you're that accomplished at what, like 30 years old? Icon track?
Right. But here's what really stood out to me. It wasn't just about her success. She used her acceptance speech to shine a light on the women who inspire her.
I read about that. It was a pretty powerful moment from what I understand. Dedicated the award to both her mother, Nita Ambani, and her baby daughter, Adira.
Which I think perfectly illustrates the point of this whole deep dive. It's about legacy. It's about the women who come before you, paving the way, and then you doing the same for the next generation.
It's like this incredible chain of strong women, each one lifting the other up. And you can see that playing out throughout the entire event, actually. Like, another big winner that night was Gauri Khan.
Now, a lot of people probably know her as Shah Rukh Khan's wife, but this woman is a force in her own right. She won Best Interior Designer.
Seriously. I did not know she was an interior designer. See, I'm already learning things.
Oh, she's incredibly talented, but what's so fascinating about her is that she's built this wildly successful career while also being a wife and a mother.
It's like she's saying you can have it all.
Yeah, and that it's not an either situation. You can be a powerhouse in your career and be a dedicated parent.
Absolutely. And you know who else is building a pretty impressive career? Kriti Sanon.
Oh, for sure. Best actress. So well deserved. But she didn't stop there. She's launched her own production company and has her own skincare line.
Hold on, she's got a skincare line too, this woman.
Right. Talk about a triple threat.
And that's not even mentioning how she used her platform that night to talk about how important it is to support women in business.
Yeah, because that's still a real struggle. Especially in India, entrepreneurship is very male-dominated. So for someone like Kriti Sanon at the top of her game in the film industry,
to use that platform to uplift other women, yeah, that speaks volumes.
It's like she's saying, I'm here, I made it, and there's room for all of you too. Really powerful message.
Love that. It's like what Gauri Khan is doing just by being Gauri Khan, you know?
Yeah.
Proves those old expectations of what a woman should be are totally outdated.
100%. And sometimes these conversations, they play out in really unexpected ways, you know? Like, take Payal Kapadia. She won Best Director.
Oh, yeah. For All We Imagine Is Light. Incredible film.
And a huge deal, right?
Yeah.
When you think about how few female directors there are, especially in that part of the world.
It's like she's breaking down walls for everyone who comes after her.
That's exactly it. Signals a shift, a greater awareness of all the incredible talent women bring to filmmaking.
Which, funnily enough, brings us right back around to Isha Ambani. Because it wasn't just the award and the speech, it was the dress.
Oh, that dress. Our sources could not stop talking about that Schiaparelli ensemble. Black and white, very striking, bold choice, and she totally owned it.
And isn't it funny how that happens sometimes? It's like, on the surface, it's a dress, right? But it felt like a whole statement.
It did, didn't it? It had this elegance and confidence, and it just, it makes you wonder if maybe, just maybe, it was a subtle nod to, you know, these changing expectations for women in India.
Ooh, I like where you're going with this.
Because you have this incredibly successful businesswoman, and she's choosing a dress that's both powerful but also feminine.
It's like she's challenging those old ideas of what a powerful woman should look like.
Exactly.
And it reminds me of what Kriti Sanon was saying about supporting women in business.
Yes. It's all connected.
It is.
Because for a long time, success, particularly for women, was defined in these very narrow parameters.
Right.
And what we're seeing now, both at this event and just in Indian society in general, is kind of a broadening of those parameters.
It's not about checking off boxes anymore.
Right.
It's like career, family, got to have a certain look. It's not like that. It's about women defining success for themselves.
Yes, on their own terms.
Which is kind of revolutionary when you think about it.
It really is.
Yeah.
And it's not just in these like high-profile industries either.
Right.
Our sources talked about how this shift is happening across Indian society.
Interesting.
With women breaking barriers in all these different fields, science, technology, even politics.
It's like this wave of change is kind of washing over everything.
It really is.
And these awards, while they highlight the individual achievements, it's really a reflection of this much larger thing that's happening.
A cultural movement.
Exactly.
Yeah, and with a ripple effect.
Oh, absolutely.
Because when you see someone who looks like you, comes from a similar background, and they're achieving great things...
It makes you believe it's possible for you.
Exactly. It's about visibility representation.
Totally.
And that actually makes me think about Ananya Pandey.
Oh, yes.
Winning Spotlight Actress of the Year.
She's one to watch.
For sure.
Yeah.
And she actually got her start in a film produced by...
Let me guess. Dharma Productions.
You got it.
Karan Johar, who we all know is like best friends with Gary Khan.
It's all connected.
It is all connected. This is like, it's like 6 degrees of separation, Bollywood edition.
Yeah.
But it makes you think about what you were saying earlier about legacies, right?
Yes.
Because here you have Ananya, part of this new generation of Bollywood stars.
Benefiting from the paths paved by these women who came before.
And they're going to do the same for the next generation come out behind them.
That's right.
It's pretty amazing.
It is incredible.
Yeah.
And, it's easy to look at an event like this and just see the glamour, the fashion.
Oh, for sure. The celebrity of it all.
Right. But what's really interesting is what's going on beneath the surface.
Like we're getting this little peek behind the curtain, and we're seeing these bigger cultural shifts happening.
And that's what's so fascinating about an event like this.
Yeah.
It's not just about the awards themselves. It's about what it all means.
What it represents.
Right. Like we've been saying, challenging those old norms, creating space for more diverse voices.
And more stories, too.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's worth noting, while we're talking about all this positive change, there's always work to be done.
Oh, totally. It's not like this solves everything.
Right.
Real change takes time, and it's not always easy or like a straight line getting there.
Exactly.
There are always going to be those challenges and those uncomfortable conversations we need to have.
And that's why things like this awards show are so important, because they get those conversations started.
They shine a light on things.
Yes. And sometimes it takes a little glitz and glamour to get people to pay attention,
It's true. You got to meet people where they are sometimes. But okay, so as we put our detective hats back on and come up for air from this Bollywood deep dive, what are some key takeaways? Like if our listener walks away remembering just one thing from all of this, what would you want it to be?
I think for me, the biggest takeaway is representation. Seeing someone who looks like you, comes from a similar background.
Yeah.
And they're out there achieving incredible things.
It makes it feel possible for you?
Exactly. Like you can do it too.
It's so powerful.
Yeah.
And, it's not even just about seeing yourself in these stories. It's about opening your mind to other people's experiences too.
Yes, 100%. Because when you take the time to understand, even if it's someone totally different from you, that's how we grow. That's how we make progress as a society.
Oh, I love that. So it's like even a deep dive into something like a Bollywood awards show, it can teach us all something really profound.
Absolutely. Because every story, even one draped in diamonds and, designer gowns.
There's always a deeper meaning if you look for it.
Always. And they can inspire change. They can remind us that we're all connected.
So as you go about your day-to-day, dear listener, we hope you carry a little bit of that Bollywood sparkle with you. Remember those inspiring stories, take some chances, make bold choices, and don't ever underestimate the power of your own voice. Until next time, happy diving.